Hey everybody, Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews. Today we are looking at a 2022 Tesla Model X long range. Let's get right into it. So the paint color here is going to be the beautiful pearl white, and our interior is going to consist of that vegan leather black, and we have a dual motor setup here. So we get 0 to 60 times around 3.8 to 4 seconds, and then we get a range of around 350 miles. But with this being a Tesla, we do have LED tail lights as well as LED headlamps. And I really like this gloss black here, and then how the black goes around the tail lights as well. Let's go ahead and pop the lift gate there. So we have a lot of mats back here, but usually it's a decent amount of space here, and then we have little areas on either side. But then we can also fold the third row down, and then when that's folded, you have a little bit more extra space. Well, let's go ahead and close that. Now I really like the seating configuration for these because you get 6 passenger, and it really does drive like a small SUV as opposed to something large. But I just want to show this. So we have nice one-touch doors you can open and close. And then when you hit the brake, it'll actually close the door. Let's go to these wheels here. These are going to be a 20-inch aluminum there. And I really like the black finish to it. And then let's go around to the front here. And then we're just going to keep a look at the front while I cut the headlights on. So that looks really, really nice, of course. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop the frunk. And there's our front storage there. Really good size. Very impressive. But next, let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So of course, with this being a Tesla, one of the coolest things about it is going to be the technology. So first and foremost, check this out. We have one touch open and closing doors. And all I have to do is put my foot on the brake and the door closes, and then just hit that button right there, and then the door opens. So really neat. And while we're over here, we have our window switches here, and then our manual door latch here. And then I really like the trim. I know Tesla gets a lot of complaints about the quality fit and finish, but I really like how everything is set up here. It feels nice. Of course, it doesn't feel like a Mercedes, but it's not a Mercedes. But over here to the driver's side, I have really, really good headspace here and a really good driving position. And I really like how everything is open, and I don't feel like I have any blind spots or anything looking out front. So really impressive there. And as you can see, I have my hands on this yoke steering wheel, which takes some getting used to. Not my favorite, but it's doable, especially for a car with this much power. But we have our turn signals here, and then headlamp control, high beams here. And we have our horn, and then we can toggle our autopilot, cruise there, and then our windshield wipers there, and our voice recognition there. And I really like how they have the instrument cluster there. I can see the range here, time here, of course, temperature there, and then what doors are open, and kind of get a view of the car and see what gear I'm in as well. So I really like that. But next, I think we're going to go ahead and take a look at this awesome radio. So the seats here are actually very adjustable, very comfortable in my opinion. We have power seat back, power seat bottom, and then 4-way power lumbar support. So just a very adjustable seat, and it feels really, really nice. And I feel like I can handle the power I'm going to be giving this thing in a seat that is going to keep me comfortable, but also keep me seated down. I'm not rolling all over the place. And while we're on that side there, I'm just going to show you all the glove box. You just hit a button, and then you have a little pocket in here. Close that back up. But let's check out this radio. So of course, the ever so popular Tesla screen here, we have all of our settings, so we can lock the doors, windshield wipers, mirrors, raise suspension, mess with the steering, have the recording going on, and then of course we can open and close these doors. So watch this. That's the back door going up, and it'll show you on the screen here. And then you can close that. And I love how it's in real time. And then watch me close this driver door. Just crazy. But here we can go through our acceleration and steering modes. That suspension we can kind of mess with, get a little bit more in depth in it. That's our battery there, autopilot settings, locks, lights. Just a lot going on there. And then we have our dual zone automatic climate controls here, and we can toggle the heat and the AC, and then we can also toggle the seats as well. So we have 3-stage heated and cooled seats, and then we also have an auto mode as well, so we can do that when applicable. But there we have our heated steering wheel toggle, and then we can actually adjust the fan speed or the fan direction depending on where you want the vents to blow. And then we can adjust the fan speed there, we can toggle it there, and then we can go to our rear and then toggle those heated seats. And then we can turn the rear fan on and set that rear AC control as well. But here we have our navigation system here. Nice picture there. We can zoom out just by using our fingers, which I always like doing that because it's very intuitive. And then we have our backup camera here. So we have curbside view cameras as well. And then we have our dash cam we can set up. And then of course the fun stuff, the theater, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, YouTube, etc. The arcade, plenty of games to play. And then for our radio, we have FM, and then we also have our internet radio along with Spotify and a few other options there. And then of course we have our Bluetooth audio. And then you even have Tidal on here too. That's interesting. But down here we have our charging pad, which also serves as a place to start the vehicle if you didn't have one of these bad boys here. So I really love this key fob here, as opposed to the key card, so we don't have to lay the key down there. And then our shifter we can use here, park, reverse, neutral, and then drive. Or we can use the screen up here, and then we can actually scroll based on what we want to shift, and then we can hold that down to put it in neutral, press P for park. But back down here, the center console space, we have a nice storage section in here. Close that up, 2 cup holders, and then even more storage right in here. And then see if we can get a look at this glass roof here. So we have that, and then we also have some room in the back. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and go check out the back seat room. So what's cool about the Model X is your second row seat actually is power adjustable. So I can adjust the seat back as well as the seat bottom. And just really, really cool there. So I can get that perfect seating position. And being 6'3", actually not bad room here. And I have plenty of leg space, and of course plenty of headroom with the Falcon doors. And I really like how they have this center area here nice and open, so it's very easy to get in and out of the third row. But down here we have our rear AC controls as well as our rear theater controls as well. And then we also have 3-stage heated seats that we can control. So if I have all of them set on, it's nice to be able to do that nice and quick. And then of course, like I said, the rear AC controls are also going to be automatic as well. Then we can control the fan speed here. But over here we can pull up our Netflix, YouTube, whatever on the back screen, and then we can actually watch whatever we want to on there. And then 2 USB-C ports here to charge phones, and then two cup holders there. And then I just want to demonstrate this really quickly, how to open the doors from the back. Hit that there, and then we can close it by hitting that bottom button. And then we get a look at these third row seats here. Really, really like the actual feel of the seat. And like I said, I've heard a lot of quality control issues about the Model X, even for the 22s, but I really like how this feels and how it looks.